Okay, for this section, we're going to talk about inventory and accounts receivable turnover. So, number 8, what's the inventory turnover ratio for the year? Well, we know the inventory turnover ratio is going to be the cost of goods sold divided by the average inventory. Cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. So what's my cost of goods sold? $525. Right there, $525, cost of goods sold. I'm going to divide that by my average inventory. So let's figure out what the average inventory was. At the beginning of the year, the accounts receivable was 80, don't care right now, and its inventory was 100. So the beginning of the year, the inventory was 100. At the end of the year, the inventory was 110. And I'm going to divide that by 2, and that's going to be my average. So it's going to simply be 525 divided by 105, aka I turn my inventory over 5 times. 5 times. Okay. What's the inventory? Let's go down here to number 11. On average, how many days sales were in inventory during the year? Well, if we turn it over 5 times, there's 365 days in a year. I'm going to divide it by 5 times. 5 goes into 365, exactly 73 times. So at any given time, I've got what looks to be 73 days worth of inventory sitting there on average. Is that good or bad? Hard to tell. Depends on the industry, doesn't it? Moving on, number 9. Accounts receivable turnover. Accounts receivable turnover. Now we're going to take our sales and compare that to accounts receivable. Sales and compare it to accounts receivable. So what were my sales? 830. My credit sales, and we're told they're all credit, so we're okay there. 830 divided by my average accounts receivable. So let's do the same trick. We're going to figure out our average. We're going to start with our beginning accounts receivable, which was 80. I'm going to add my ending accounts receivable, which was 86. I'm going to divide it by 2. 80 plus 86 divided by 2 is 83. So it's 830 divided by 83, which is going to turn the accounts receivable over 10 times a year. Okay. So how many days sales are in there? Well, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our 365 days in a year, and we're going to divide it by the fact that we turn it over 10 times, which is 36.5. I'm going to round off to 37. Okay,